This is an absolute steal for the New York Yankees, as an MLB insider has highlighted what the New York Yankees trade season is going to look like, with moves that would absolutely help solve a major problem that Aaron Boone is tasked with solving, while also putting the Yankees in prime position to be the World Series favorites going into the second half of this 2025 MLB season. And we are going to break all of this down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into things as we always do. Guys, if you're not part of that 77% that's not subscribed to Yankees Digest, what are you doing? But if you're not part of it and you're part of that 23%, you know exactly what you're doing. You're watching daily New York Yankees videos, man. You do not want to miss out on all the great content. But more importantly, we have to talk about the New York Yankees because trade season is getting closer and closer. We are now at June 10th, June 11th, whenever this video comes out. And frankly, trade season is right around the corner. Once the days start getting a bit warmer and we get into these dog days of the MLB season, we start to hear about the trades. Every team kind of has an idea of what they're going to look like for the rest of the season. Some teams know they're contenders. Some teams know they're not going to be contenders. Some teams know they're a piece away from contenders or are ready to tear it all down. And then trade season begins. The contenders try to add more pieces, and the teams that are not contending usually try to blow it up and trade away guys who could become rentals for teams that are trying to win. And, well, also move on from guys that they think it's just time to move on from for various different reasons. And then the trade season gets really real, and we're right around the corner from that happening. And with the New York Yankees clearly having positions of need, despite being one of the highest chances to, or one of the favorites, I should say. I don't know what the hell I was trying to say prior. One of the favorites to win the World Series and being the favorites to come out of the American League this year for the second year in a row. It is absolutely imperative that the New York Yankees cover some of their needs, and these were highlighted by an MLB insider in a recent ESPN article, as Bradford Doolittle mentioned that what they need to do, the Yankees, before the deadline is cloning Aaron Judge an option? No. First, note the Yankees title odds, which are the highest in the month's stock watch that they do regularly. New York has a higher baseline rating team than Detroit, giving the Yankees a narrow edge in all of those simulated AL Championship Series meetings between them and the Tigers, despite the road disadvantage. Also, the postseason paths of New York and Detroit are less laden with super teams than their NL brethren. So, voila, the Yankees title odds are looking good. And in regards to that, just taking a look at this little temperature check that ESPN does often, the Yankees, their win average is somewhere around 97.28, so somewhere around 97, which is doing well. It's up from last month when they were 7th in wins. They're now up to 97 wins. And then in the playoffs, or making the playoffs, they have a 98% chance. The last time it was looked at, it was an 84.5% chance of the Yankees. Almost a near lock for the playoffs right now, with an 18.6% chance to win the World Series, which has literally doubled over the last month as well, according to ESPN. So all the metrics are good. Everything is clearly showing here that the New York Yankees do have the ability to win the World Series this year, but the team is not fully constructed yet. And Doolittle highlighted that for the Yankees. We know there's team needs. And as Doolittle put it, they need more pitching for sure. Though the Yankees have done a great job of piecing things together so far. A more impactful pickup might come from a power bat for third base, with Arizona's Eugenio Suarez leaping to mind as an ideal fit. Now, Suarez would be a great fit for this New York Yankees team. I 100% agree on that front. The Yankees' third base situation is rough right now. Jazz Chisholm is playing it, and that's no indictment of Jazz Chisholm as a player. I think Jazz is great, but he's a second baseman, and we all know it. Look, he's playing third, and actually his offense once again has improved when he started to play third base. So there is that argument that maybe this matters more, while DJ LeMahieu holds it down as second for right now. But the Yankees still do want to add that right-handed bat at that third base spot. It's been what they've been looking for all season long, and they're not done looking for it yet. Now, Brian Cashman was open about what the Yankees are going to look for at the trade deadline, and that's going to be pitching. As Cashman said, you could never have enough of it. And yeah, the Yankees are going to look at starting pitchers for sure, specifically right-handed guys. I mean, right now you have a very good top two of Max Fried and Carlos Rodon. Outside of that, Luis Gil should be coming back soon, which gives you a good right-handed arm. Rookie of the year last year. Up until midway through June, the man had an ERA right above 2. He was having a phenomenal season, looked like the Cy Young, but Obviously, things did not go his way fully as he did start to burn out a little bit. And the Yankees do have to be weary of that once again once we get to playoff baseball, especially a guy in Heel would have a very big role there, being that third starter for this team 100%, and also being their only righty starter, meaning he'd probably pitch the second game if all things add up. I think we'd likely see in a 5-game series, we'd see Fried, Heel, and Rodon more than anything else, but also they might just do Fried and Rodon because they've been awesome, and that makes perfect sense as well, just on the sense of pitching your best pitchers. So we'll see what happens there. Also, I guess it does make Rodon possible for another game if you really want to make him pitch a lot. But at the same time, the New York Yankees would definitely have to figure some stuff out. And adding another right-handed starting pitcher would be ideal for the team for sure. And we'll see if they do that. I imagine they will at least add something so Ryan Yarbrough can go back to the bullpen, where it would kind of fit him better in a lot of ways. He's been good as a starter, don't get me wrong. It just would make sense. But Suarez, that's what we're here to talk about right now. And Eugenio Suarez has shown a lot this season. Look, the average is not great, but he's got 18 home runs on the year. He's got an OPS of 809, an OPS plus of 122, a slugging percentage at 506. So it's a matter of, yeah, he's not hitting greatly for average, but he's not hitting terribly for average. And when you have that bat, you could stick Suarez somewhere in front of a few contact guys. You can kind of plug him in wherever you want. He is a third baseman, so you can move Jazz back to second and move DJ LeMahieu to that platoon role. And that is the best case scenario for the New York Yankees where everything stands right now. I mean, you look at Jazz Chisholm Jr., who is their third baseman, but again, he is a second baseman. Look, since he came back from injury, his batting average is 214. He's hit 2 home runs in that span as an OPS of 770 and an OPS plus of 114. So his batting, despite the lack of contact and the good amount of strikeouts, he has been good when he's making his contact. It's just a matter of him making contact. I don't think it's because he switched back to second base for Jazz. I think more importantly for Jazz Chisholm, what it is just sort of getting back from injury after being in a nasty slump. I do think he can hit fine at second base, and I don't think the second base thing or playing middle infield is affecting Jazz at all. More than anything, we know Jazz is an elite fielder. That's what he's best at. Yes, he can hit the ball well too, but more than anything, he's an elite fielder who could play any position that you need him to play. It's just second base is a more important fielding position than third base, and I would rather one of the best fielders on the Yankees be at that position instead of an aging DJ LeMahieu. And look, LeMahieu's not playing terrible baseball. The man has a 258 batting average, and that has been climbing as time has went on. The OPS is a 704, the OPS plus is a 99, so he's slightly hitting below average, and obviously not with a ton of power, but that's never really been DJ's game anyway. What he is a contact hitter and good fielder. Look, LeMahieu's getting older, but the numbers have been decent, and it doesn't mean that they should rush to bench him, but you also shouldn't rush to keep him out there. I don't see the point in that. Like, there's a chance that he's just hitting well right now and that he might regress again. And I don't think banking on DJ LeMahieu when you could go out there and get a guy like Suarez is going to be the move going forwards, especially just there's a chance that DJ, who has not played a full season in a very long time, is not going to be able to, like, physically handle a full season at that second base spot. Middle infield is rough on you. It's one of the reasons why I don't understand why DJ is playing second and Jazz third. DJ can play third base, so it makes no sense to me personally. Jazz is a better fielder at this point of each of their careers. I think that just makes way more sense. But we will see what the Yankees decide to do as time goes on here. It will be interesting. You see a guy in Peraza, who's their backup shortstop, who has played third and second base at points this season. His hitting is not there. The fielding's solid, but his hitting's not there. He's got a 173 batting average and 98 at-bats. He's got 3 home runs in that span, but the OPS is a 573 with an OPS plus of 61. Peraza, again, the fielding's good, the arm is good, the hitting has not been there at all, and that has caused for some concern at the end of the day. But at the same time, for where the Yankees stand right now, I do think going after a guy in Eugenio Suarez would be a good move overall, because you do add that other right hand into the batting order, and I would rather have Suarez at this point of each of their careers than DJ LeMahieu. But what do you guys think? What do you think Brian Cashman should do? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, and go Yankees.